Inter Miami has defeated Nashville SC 3-1, and they've beaten them, what is it, 8-3 in the last two matches because Inter Miami played Nashville SC on decision day last Saturday. And what we saw last Saturday has continued into the first game of the MLS Cup playoffs. And I'm a little surprised at how bad Nashville SC looked in this match. I thought it'd be a lot more competitive than what it was, but it was a total domination by Inter Miami. And to be honest with you, the way Nashville SC performed in this match, they didn't look like a playoff team whatsoever. So let's talk about the first half. The first half, Inter Miami really wasn't looking as good either. It kind of felt like it was more of a chess match where they were waiting for each team to make the first move and kind of countering to see what they would do, what the game plan was. Maybe a little bit of nerves because it is the first technical playoff match of the 2025 MLS Cup playoffs. But nothing really happened until the 19th minute when Luis Suárez had a beautiful cross to Lionel Messi for the header, which I don't think anyone was expecting Messi to score a header. That's not what he's known for. But I guess you can't really assume how this man will score goals because he does it in so many different ways. But Messi scored a header for Inter Miami in the 19th minute. And it was poor. It was very, very poor, bad defending by Nashville SC, bad marking by Nashville SC, and Inter Miami made them pay for it. And they scored in the 19th minute. And then after that, it was very, hey, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you give it a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 12,000 subscribers by MLS Cup Final Day, which is less than 2 months away. A lot of exciting playoff games ahead of us, and we have real momentum, so I think we could hit that goal. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and hit that little bell notification so you never miss any of our videos. Now, back to the video. Much of the same, right? A lot of lackluster play, nothing crazy happening in the first half. So it was pretty much a stalemate outside that one goal. I wouldn't say Miami blew me away in the first half outside of Messi. There was a lot of mediocre play. Ian Frey had a couple bad crosses that went in the side of the net. Noah Allen had a really bad giveaway to Schaffelberg in the 11th minute, which he should have scored. That was where I knew Nashville SC was in trouble. When they had that giveaway from Noah Allen to Schaffelberg, and he completely botched it inside the box. I mean, it was the weakest shot you would have ever seen. I think half of you guys could have probably made that shot. Maybe half of your grandparents could have made that shot. That's when I knew Nashville SC were really, really in trouble. Just missed opportunities. Even Busquets had a really bad giveaway too. There's a lot of sloppy play in general in this game. But second half, I thought, okay, maybe Nashville SC can make some adjustments. We'll see what Inter Miami do. Does Javier Mascherano bring in Matteo Salvetti? Does he bring in Velasco Segovia? What kind of second half additions or changes is he going to make to continue off of this lead and try to build on this lead? But he makes no addition or substitutions after the first half. And it was kind of chaotic in the beginning of the second half. There was a lot of downtime because of these fouls in the final third. I want to say between minute 50 and 58, there was just this continuous foul and argument with the ref between Sam Surridge, the striker for Nashville SC, pushing down Rodrigo de Paul, Luis Suárez, getting tangled up with, I can't remember who it was for Nashville SC, but there's constant arguing, bickering, all kinds of stuff from minute 50 through 58, which we'll play into later about the added time. But just nothing happened for like 8 minutes straight in the final third. It just felt like there was just nothing happening for 8 minutes. It was just insane. So at that point, I was like, okay, this game is definitely still open. Maybe Nashville SC can pull one back and get back into this game. But in the 62nd minute, Ian Frey, who had two bad crosses in the first half, had a beautiful cross to Tadio Allende, Inter Miami's favorite player unanimously. He is by far their favorite player, right? Right? Tadio Allende, everyone's favorite player. But he couldn't miss this. It was just on a platter for him. No Nashville SC player was marking him. Walker Zimmerman, Palacios, just absolutely nowhere to be found. Allende, it's going to be a clinical finish. I mean, when you're that wide open, you're a professional soccer player, you need to finish that cross. And he did that. And Inter Miami took the 2-0 lead at the 62nd minute. So at that point, this game is just over. Like at that point, Nashville SC were lifeless and they didn't do anything. And their big stars like Surridge, their DP striker, did absolutely nothing. He was ineffective the entire game. He didn't have a real chance until the added time at the end of the match. He was ineffective. Hany Mukhtar, the best player in club history, ineffective the entire match until the end of the game. Staffelberg might be the worst player on the pitch tonight, did nothing, missed key opportunities, shell of his former self. They should call him Shellberg as bad as he's been. I'm seriously, Shellberg. That's what I'll probably start calling him because he's a shell of his former self. Um, just a lot of missed opportunities and a lot of poor play. Joe Willis, I don't think was very good. Walker, Zimmerman, and Palacios were so bad for Nashville SC tonight. It was embarrassing. Terrible center back duo tonight. Zimmerman's the highest paid center back in MLS, and it's disgraceful. He's making $62,000 a year with the way he played tonight. I mean, he was abysmal. But Inter Miami's up 2-0, and the game's close to an end. They add 11 minutes of add time. That's why I mentioned the incident at the beginning of the second half because of all the added time. And so 11 minutes of added time, I'm thinking, oh man, 11 minutes of this. I mean, it's a very lackluster game outside of Messi balling out, which we'll get to in a second. And Nashville SC give up another goal in the 6 minute of added time. Messi, I think it was Lovitz and Joe Willis, the goalkeeper for Nashville SC, just collide again. I think this is the second time. And then Messi just had the easiest goal he'll score in his career for the brace. And it was 3-0. And then Hany Mukhtar scored in the 11th minute of added time to put Nashville SC on the board at the very last possible second to finish the score at 3-1, like I said. But there's just a lot of concerns in this game. Nashville SC just looked very defeated, like they just didn't care to be there. Like they're just conceding. Like I said earlier in the video, 8-3 in the last two games, Miami has outscored Nashville SC. And they just look like they don't have any chance. That's the way they play. They play like they have no chance against Inter Miami. And that's what's written all over their faces in these last two matches I've seen. The attack has just been so bad. I mean, they don't even look like a playoff team with the way they perform. Like I expected way more out of Nashville SC. This is a team that's gritty, that punches above their weight, and was really good at one point, and they were just absolutely terrible. And the crazy thing is like I said, Inter Miami really didn't have any great play outside of Messi in this game. Not bad play, but nothing spectacular. It's not like anybody just did something incredible. Now, I will say Luis Suárez did have that pass he had to Messi for the header was beautiful. That was a pretty pass, but he also had two really bad shot attempts that didn't really do anything. And then his running obviously is non-existent. La Tortuga, right? But that just makes me concerned a little bit about Inter Miami down the stretch, not against Nashville. They've got Nashville's number. Nashville's no threat at all. But it makes me concerned about what Inter Miami is going to face down the road when they play a team that is better at, more efficient at scoring, does play better defensively. When Inter Miami doesn't have Messi scoring for them and it's not him, like he's having a bad or off game, who's going to step up for them? That's what I'm concerned about. And that's what you should be concerned about if you're an Inter Miami fan. But other than that, I mean, I think it was a pretty solid game. I don't really think there was a bad performance, and I like that I saw Rocco Rios Novo in goal. I think he's a better option than Ustari is at this point. I think he gives him a way better chance to win at this point. And he's younger, he's more acrobatic, he has better reflexes. And that Hany Mukhtar goal that he did, that Hany Mukhtar scored, Rocco Rios Novo had a hand on it. He just wasn't able to get a strong hand on it, and it went in. But that was a tough one to save. The bend on that, the power on it. Not many goalkeepers would have been able to save that. So I don't really blame him on that one. That was just an incredible free kick goal. But I think Inter Miami is going to right their wrongs. Inter Miami, I predicted them. If you watch my playoff prediction video, which I encourage you guys to watch if you haven't already, I predicted them to win this series, sweep it 2-0. And I think that that's going to happen. I think they are going to sweep the series and beat them 2-0 because based on what we saw tonight, because Nashville SC just looks defeated. They look defeated. And they're going to play again next Saturday at Nashville. And Inter Miami's already proven they can win that at Nashville SC at Geodis Park. They've already proven they can do that. They won last week 5-2. Why would this be any different? And that's the sad part about this. Like I said, Inter Miami didn't even look that great most of the game, and they still dominated Nashville SC. So I think Nashville SC is in trouble. They're not getting enough from their stars. Their center back, that's the highest paid center back in the league, is bad. their best player in history is washed at 31. Their striker that they spent all this money on couldn't do anything in the final third. A lot of issues with this team. A lot of issues with this team. But Miami looked incredible as far as Messi and just being able to win, even when they're not having their best game. That's the part. Being able to win decisively when you're not even playing your best game is very impressive. And that should make you optimistic if you're an Inter Miami fan. And Matteo Salvetti came back from Argentina U20 World Cup, probably their best performer at the U20 World Cup, or debatably their best performer. Came in the 70th minute, I think, and played pretty well. Maybe it was the 77th minute, but he played pretty well off the bench, was already making impact. Like to see him play. Wish Javier Mascherano would have started him. Baltasar Rodriguez was really good for Inter Miami. Thought Sergio Busquets had a couple good passes. I think he had the most passes or the most touches of any Inter Miami player in this match. Yeah, Inter Miami, hey, right in their wrongs. Not going to be bounced in the first round, it looks like this year. But hey, it's still early. They won the first game last year against Atlanta United, then lost the final two. Anything can happen. But I think Inter Miami is looking pretty good, and I think they're going to coast by to the quarterfinals of the MLS Cup playoffs. And I want to know what you guys think. What's your takeaways from this game? Who was your player of the game? Was it Messi? Was it someone else? You let me know in the comment section down below. Does this game or this series go to 3 games or does it go to 2 games? Let me know how far this series goes. Also, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you give it a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A lot of MLS content coming out, especially with the MLS Cup playoffs going on right now. You're not going to miss. So make sure you hit the little bell notification so you never miss a video. And until next time, guys, I will see you all soon.